All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all honor and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashim, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to apostles of Great Millstone and salutations to the elect, which we hope to be Sharada Hawaii from GMS Chicago. And pretty much, I just want to get into a few scriptures. I'm start off with Ezekiel chapter 16, verse 44. It says, "Behold, everyone that uses proverbs shall use this proverb against thee, saying, as is the mother, so is the daughter." You know, because you have some well, majority of women nowadays and stuff. You know what I'm saying? The younger comes up. It's just how how they see their mother. Their mother comes around Their mother goes around walking wearing skimpy. Their mother walks around wearing skimpy clothes. You know what I'm saying? Because now because before it would say that they like to look sexy, and now they call it sexy cute. You know what I'm saying? Just finding another way to say that it's okay. You know what I'm saying? And wondering why men approach them and only looking for one thing. You know what I'm saying? And the thing is that the mothers are teaching the daughters to be the same way. Oh, there's plenty of fish out in the sea. You know what I'm saying? Don't tie yourself down, this, that, and the other. You know, talking about having stories about how they wish they would have kept going. You know what I'm saying? Instead of settling down. You know, pretty much all they doing is teaching their daughters to be a hoe, man. You know what I'm saying? They're teaching them to have an adulterous spirit. You know what I'm saying? Because the thing is that when it comes down to a woman is supposed to only deal with just one man. You know what I'm saying? That's why majority of these women got different types of spirit and stuff, different types of spirits. You know what I'm saying? Because she has dealt with so many men. You know what I'm saying? And this is Titus. This is Titus chapter 2, verse 1. It says, "But speak thou the things which become sound doctrine, that the aged men be sober, grave, temperate, and temperate is balanced, sound in faith, meaning firm, in charity and patience." It says, "The aged women likewise, that they be in behavior as becometh holiness." You know what I'm saying? So the woman is supposed to be the same way, you know? And it says, nor nor false accusers, not given to much wine, teachers of good things, that they may teach the young women to be sober, to love their husbands, to love their children. You know what I'm saying? And when it says love their husbands, it's talking about many women that's young, that's being taught by older women how to be according to the scriptures. You know what I'm saying? That's talking about those many wives being under subjection unto their own husband, man. You know what I'm saying? Meaning that they just dealing with one according to the scriptures, you know, because that's how it's supposed to be, you know. And it says to love their children, to be discreet, chaste, keepers at home, good, obedient to their own husbands. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to be obedient to your husbands, because when it comes down to the order, I'll get it right quick. When it comes down to the order, this is 1 Corinthians chapter 11, verse 3. It says, "But I would have you know that the head of every man is Hamashiach Yahushua." And when it says head, it's talking about boss. You know what I'm saying? One with more authority, right? And it says, I read again, 1 Corinthians 11:3. It says, "But I will have you know that the head of every man is Hamashiach Yahushua, and the head of and the head of the woman is the man." You know what I'm saying? So the man is head nigga in charge. You know what I'm saying? Over the woman. You know, and it says, and the head of Hamashiach is Yahweh. You know what I'm saying? So it goes Yahweh. You know what I'm saying? With most authority. You know what I'm saying? Then Yahushua, then a man, and then the woman, man. You know what I'm saying? So women need to be obedient and stuff, because you'll be out of order. Not following the scripture, man. You know. And I'm gonna jump from Titus. I'll jump from Titus to It's Second Timothy's, no, First Timothy's, like it, chapter 2. Chapter 2, starting at verse 9. It says, in like manner also, that whom adorn themselves in modest apparel, and the word adorn is soundness of mind, self-control. You know what I'm saying? No, so like the word adorn is to put in order. You know what I'm saying? And it says, in like manner also, the women adorn themselves in modest apparel with shamefacedness and sobriety. You know what I'm saying? Shamefacedness is that they only worried about their man. You know what I'm saying? The one that they with already. They not thinking about, cause you know women down the street and stuff. You could walk down the street and they'll be looking at every other dude, checking out their apparel. You know what I'm saying? Liking upon them, probably low key, secretly. You never know. You know what I'm saying? You even got some women where, you know, you know, just about your daily business and stuff, and they see another guy that they like and stuff, they'll hug their husband, you know what I'm saying, the one that they with, just to look at the other guy, just to shield his eyes and make it seem like she only paying attention to him when really she paying attention to another dude that she liking on. You know, that's that's a shameless woman right there, man. Because when you shamefaced, you don't want nobody looking at you, and you don't want to look at nobody, man. You know what I'm saying? And it says in sobriety, you know, it says in sobriety is soundness of mind and self-control. So she's keeping her self-control, that she don't do these things as if she was shameless, man. You know, and it says not with broidered hair or gold or pearls or costly array, but which cometh women professing godliness which with good works. Let the woman learn in silence with all subjection. Right, the woman learning in science and all subjection. You know what I'm saying? Subjection under who? This is 1 Corinthians chapter 14, verse 33. It says, for the Most High is not the author of confusion, but of peace, as in all the churches of the saints. It says, let your women keep silence in the churches. You know what I'm saying? For it is not permitted unto them to speak, but they are commanded to be under obedience, as also said the law. And the whole book is the law. You know what I'm saying? And the woman's supposed to keep silence, because like in the movie 300, you know what I'm saying? I believe, yeah, it's the first one. It was another messenger. He had came, you know, from another land or underneath another king, you know what I'm saying? And he came to the leader of the Spartans, you know, to conversate and stuff. And the leader of the Spartans, his woman, she talked out of place, you know what I'm saying? She put her 2 cents in, you know, if I remember correctly, she put her 2 cents in of saying something. And the messenger that came from the other king, he was like, what is this? You know, he was basically tripping out about the fact that this woman came in and interrupted, or even had to put 2 cents or whatever she thought to the conversation, when women are not supposed to interrupt men when they in their conversation, man. You know what I'm saying? That's being out of order, you know. And it says verse back in I read 34 again. It says, let your women keep silence in the churches, for it is not permitted unto them to speak. You know what I'm saying? So it's not permitted on you to speak. You know what I'm saying? 2 men speaking. You know what I'm saying? 2 men speaking and stuff. It's not permitted for you to do so. You know, you're supposed to wait for your husband to get done doing his business so you can be able to have something to say. You know, and it says, but they are commanded to be under obedience, as also said the law. And if they will learn anything, let them ask their husbands at home. So that if you want to say something, you know what I'm saying, you hold your peace and you wait until the conversation is done with to ask them. You know what I'm saying? If you're confused about something, ask them. You know what I'm saying? And we understand that there's some women out there who who don't got men already. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is that You know somebody who got the scriptures. Somebody can give the correct breakdown. You know what I'm saying? What do? You talk to them. Ask a question. You know what I'm saying? Um, you know, and the ones that's gonna have the proper doctrine is GMS, the Great Millstone, man. And it says, and if they will learn anything, let them ask their husbands at home, for it is a shame for a woman to speak in the church. You know what I'm saying? So the thing is that a woman need to learn underneath her man. You know what I'm saying? And if not, learn from the teachers that's teaching the correct doctrine. You know what I'm saying? He says back in First Timothy chapter 2 verse 12, it says, "But I suffer not a woman to teach, nor usurp authority over the man, but to be in silence." And nowadays you saw even so-called white men. You know what I'm saying? Because according to Jeremiah 31:22, you know what I'm saying, the Lord said that I will create a new thing, in the earth. A woman shall compass a man, but that's just to put extra affliction upon Israel for being disobedient to following the ways of the heathens. You know what I'm saying? Because later on in what was read in 1 Corinthians 11:3, that's not the order for a woman to be over the man. You know what I'm saying? Edom got that out here just so he could disrupt the order of the family, man. You know what I'm saying? Putting the woman on a pedestal, this, that, and the other. You got women worship out here. You know what I'm saying? You got people worshiping Mary. You know what I'm saying? You got pretty much putting women on a pedestal when the woman is the one who needs to be guided in the first place. You know what I'm saying? And then when you go back to 1 Corinthians chapter 14 verse 36, it says, "What came the word of the Most High out from you, or came it unto you only? If any man think himself to be a prophet or a spiritual, let him acknowledge that the things that I write unto you are the commandments of the Lord." So with the woman being in this specific order, that's the commandment of the Lord. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no cause you got a lot of people that say oh, man wrote the Bible, this, that, and the other. You right. You know what I'm saying? The Lord, like in the book of Jeremiah, the Lord had told Jeremiah, write all these words that I had find you a scroll, you know what I'm saying? And write all these words that I had sent unto you, and go tell the people, man. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you right, man wrote the Bible. But it was the Israelite, the chosen people that the Lord had told, to write these things down. You know what I'm saying? To give his word and shoot his word, his message out to the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. And confusion of faces through bloodline go back to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Salakia. You know what I'm saying? And the thing is that this is how the Lord wants it. You know what I'm saying? Like it says that let him acknowledge that the things that I write unto you are the commandments of the Lord. And that also goes for the female, man. You know what I'm saying? This is how the Lord wants the women to be. You are the Lord deals with men. And it says, verse 38, it says, "But if any man be ignorant, let him be ignorant. Wherefore, brethren, covet to prophesy, and forbid not to speak with tongues. Let all things be done decently and in order." And this is the order that the Lord want women to be in, man. Because going back to First Peter chapter 3, verse 5, it says, "For after this manner in old time the holy women also who trusted in the Most High," you know what I'm saying? You got a lot of women who trust in Yahweh Shem Shai, you know what I'm saying, which Yahweh will be the Heavenly Father, who everybody calls God, and Yahweh Shai would be the Heavenly Son, who everybody English calls Jesus Christ. You know what I'm saying? Or Yeshua, or Yeshaya, you know. And it says, I'll read again, First Peter chapter 3, verse 5, it says, for after this manner in the old time, the holy women also, who trusted in the Most High, adorn, you know, and that word adorn is cosmeo, and it says prepare or put in order themselves, being in subjection under their own husbands. So the women nowadays, they're not putting themselves in order because they follow what Esau, Edom, so-called pink man to red man with pale skin, who's claiming himself to be Caucasian or a so-called white man. You know what I'm saying? He's the one who, because the scripture says, Job 9:24, the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. He has to rule wickedly just to continue, because he can't do well, man. You know what I'm saying? And in order for him to stay on top and to continue ruling, he got to make sure that he keep the families of Israel disrupted, man. You know what I'm saying? All right. Verse 6, it says, even as Sarah obeyed Abraham, calling him Lord, whose daughters ye are, as long as ye do well, you know what I'm saying, doing well, you know, following the ways that the Lord had said that how women need to be, you know what I'm saying? And it says, which is an order, a commandment is an order. You know, women's supposed to be this way, you know. But the reason why they not like that is because you got Esau, Edom giving them all these types of gifts where they feel like that, oh, I don't need no man, you know what I'm saying? That's why he took the fathers out, the household and stuff, because then the woman was going to teach the upcoming son, you know what I'm saying, how to be effeminate, how to be emotional, how to be like a woman, you know what I'm saying? Because she can't teach, it don't matter how many brothers she has, you know what I'm saying? She can't teach a man how to be a man. You know what I'm saying? You know, that's why scripture says a house divided against itself cannot stand. So if you got the woman bucking up to the husband, you know what I'm saying, which is higher in authority, and you got the son and the daughter watching that, the son for one gonna be like, oh, I could be emotional because then I could get away with this. You know what I'm saying? Not knowing that he do that in real life, get his ass locked up, man. You know what I'm saying? From dwelling on emotions instead of doing things decently in order, the correct way, agreeing with thy adversary quickly. Because majority of our women out here, they'll sit up here and get into a quarrel with the police and stuff and want to wave their hands, this, that, and the other, and get all loud and probably say how they don't get no fuck about this, that, and the other, where they ready to crack down on us, man. You know? And you teaching your son on how to be like that as well. You know? Your son think that this is the way I gotta go. I gotta be emotional, you know? And then your daughter is learning how to be in disorder according to her husband, someone with higher authority than her. So you're not, teaching them the wrong way, you know. And I'll read again. It says, 1 Peter chapter 3, verse 6, it says, even as Sarah obeyed Abraham, calling him Lord, you know, she acknowledged that he was above her, you know, whose daughters ye are, meaning you women as well, who are Israelites from the 12 tribes of Israel, as long as ye do well, according to how you need to be according to the scriptures, and are not afraid with amazement. You know what I'm saying? So you follow this way, you know, because we do have sisters that do watch Great Millstone, you know what I'm saying, who scared as well, who hope to be of the elect, you know what I'm saying? And the thing is that they gonna be in order, you know what I'm saying? And with them, well, they'll be in order to the best of their ability, you know what I'm saying? And they'll teach younger women how to be according to the scriptures, because this is how you're gonna be according to the scriptures. When the kingdom comes, this is how you're gonna be, you know. You acting a fool right now, but when shit crack, when shit hit the fan, that's when you gonna want to be correct. You know, some women gonna die because they can't get in this order, man. You know, and I just want to pretty much get the count. This is Genesis 18, verse 12. Pretty much the account when it came down to Sarah and Abraham. It's Genesis 18 and 12. It says, therefore Sarah laughed within herself, saying, after I am waxed old, shall I have pleasure, my Lord, being also. You know what I'm saying? And this was Salaki. All right, I'll read again. This Genesis 18 and 12. It says, therefore Sarah laughed within herself, saying, after I am waxed old, shall I have pleasure, my Lord, being old also? So she acknowledged that Abraham was her Lord, man. You know, had more authority than her, man. You know what I'm saying? In verse 13, it says, and the Lord said, and Yahweh said unto Abraham, wherefore did Sarah laugh, saying, shall I of a surety bear a child, which am old? You know, because pretty much they was really old. You know what I'm saying? Like close to hundreds. You know what I'm saying? And you know, Sarah was like, you know, shoot, would I be able to still bear seed? You know, it could her womb still be open, you know, to bear a child. Verse 14, it says, is anything too hard for Yahweh? At the time appointed, I will return unto thee according to the time of life, and Sarah shall have a son. You know, well, you know, Salakia, but pretty much in verse 12, you know, while Sarah was laughing, the fact of being able to conceive again, you know, she acknowledged that Abraham was Lord. She called him my Lord, man. You know what I'm saying? Not in as Lord as Yahweh Shai, but as in Lord, knowing that she knew that Abraham was above her, man. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna close out with this scripture. This is 2 Chronicles chapter 15, verse 13. It says that whosoever would not seek Yahweh power of Israel should be put to death, whether small or great, whether man or woman. You know what I'm saying? So, and you know, the scriptures also talk about, you know, if you have a woman, you know what I'm saying, who if you have a woman who don't want to follow your ways, you know what I'm saying, the ways according to the scriptures and stuff, hey man, send a packet, man. You know, tell her to hit the curb, go kick bricks. You know what I'm saying? Give her a bill of divorcement because she ain't trying to be down with this. You know what I'm saying? And like it says in the 2 Chronicles, whether man or woman, if they don't follow the law, statute, commandments, and don't seek the Lord, meaning the Israelite, hey man, you're gonna get put to death, man. You know, and that's being disorderly. You know, if you don't seek the Lord, man. You know, and and I hope this video was edifying, and I'd like to give our honor and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, double honors to apostles of Great Millstone, and salutations to the elect, which we hope to be. Shalom.